Hi everybody, Ali Barian from Mobility Engineering, your resident road safety expert, back again for another Q&A session. Thank you very much for tuning in. We love those questions. And as I always say, trust my trusty subscribe pillow with me. Please hit that button down there that looks a bit like this. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. In fact, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, what I'll promise you, the community, is I'll upgrade the pillow. I'll get something different. All right? So let's do that. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers, and let's get something different going on. Okay, so today's question, let's get straight into it. Today's question is all around air travel and postural support around air travel. So we're always talking about cars and transport, all around cars, should I say, but we love everything transport. So we want to talk a little bit about air travel because, to be honest, me as a personal thing is I'm a bit of an engineering nerd and I love air transport and I love aeroplanes and I love everything there is to do about them. So when I got this question, I got pretty excited because the question is around when we fly, when we travel around, well, basically I'll read it all out so we get a clear answer. When we travel around in our vehicle, we use a postural support system. However, when we fly, the seats in the aeroplanes are much more upright. They don't give us much recline. Is there any kind of system that we can use for postural support? So I'm going to put some links below to the product, but actually, yes, there is. So we've talked about, and I'll put links to the videos and to the website for the product, we've talked about a Careva harness system. Now the Careva harness system has and I'll show in the video below, the way the link is, if you click on it, you'll see how it works. Basically what it is, it's a strap that runs around the whole back of the seat, right? And then you strap the whole back of the seat in, and then you click it in the back, and then what you've got is you've got the harness system around the front. Now, what that is going to cause though is the people, so basically, first of all, you can use that system. So there's two things you need to think about when we're using that system. That system can be used on any seat, especially an airline seat, because the airline seat has a crack underneath which joins in and you can bring the strap around, right? And if you look at the video about the harness, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the two things we need to consider is, one, we need permission and authority from the airlines. So different airlines have different policies. Some of them, which we've seen media reports, are maybe not as friendly towards the disability needs, and some of them are super, super friendly. I don't name any names because, to be honest, I don't actually know who's good and who's bad. I don't really follow that kind of thing. But the very first important thing is before you book anything, before you even pay any money, you need to contact the airline and get an answer from them. And my recommendation is get an answer in writing. The second part of this is, as I said, there will be a strap that goes all the way around the back of the seat. So if you think about all the modern airlines today, if I'm sitting in like a middle row of the seat and I've got people sitting behind me, all the modern airlines have little TVs and little trays and things like that on that particular seat. So if I put a strap around it, the person behind me won't be able to use those features. And you probably could get into a bit of an issue. So what you need to do is you need to work with the airline to sit in the seats that have nobody sitting behind them. So you need to, as I said, you need to work very closely with them to make sure that basically you can have this set up in the right seat, in a seat which doesn't have those components behind it, and then away you go. So hopefully that helps with the answer of the question. Can you travel with a harness in air? Is there any postural support harnesses for air travel? Yes, there is. The Careva harness is an ideal product for that. However, we need to make sure our airline authorizes it in writing, and we need to make sure we're sitting in a seat and we install it on a seat that has nobody sitting behind it, so we don't occupy their safety, well, not their safety systems, their entertainment and food tray basically products. So hopefully that helps. Thank you very much for tuning in. As I said, please hit that subscribe button down there. We'd love your support to get to 1,000 subscribers. Keep those questions coming in. We love them, and we'll see you next time.